Hey traders, BA here, one of the Spec Ops traders at TradingTopsandBottoms.com with your nightly TTB report, December 13th, 2018. It's going to be another really short video tonight. Here we are, middle of December. Again, it's like a broken record. They're hitting the markets hard right now after hours. Not sure what's coming out over the wires that's driving the markets down. Crude's just had the bottom pulled out from underneath it. Let's see. Bonds haven't really ripped too much to the upside, but boy, they're hitting stocks right now. So it's definitely some news-related items. Probably China would be a good guess. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, they're hitting them pretty good across the board. Hey, let's just take a look at the S&P, see where the levels are, get ourselves refreshed. We've got this level here at 26.28 that's market's been levitating above. I don't really see that holding. I would love to tell you that all the down action is opportunities to buy, but guys, again, just want to make sure in a market where we have such a aberrational market behavior, you kind of lose sight of where the opportunity is until the market starts moving again. I'm in a set back and wait mode right now. I've got a lot of positions on. They're small positions, but hey, a lot of small positions that go against you hurt just as bad as a couple of large ones. Nothing much. This level at 26.28 needs to hold in S&Ps. Otherwise, the 26.03 is in jeopardy. If we lose 26.03, a move down to 2400 is, I think, is in the cards. So those are just the levels. Nothing scientific about that. It's just key areas in the market. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's just been in a better position than the S&P has. We've got bullish indications as far as volume goes. We just don't have the price action. You have to have price action going along with other things that seem like should happen. So that's what we're not seeing. We're seeing no follow through, a lot of failures, and again, this is just in a really, really bullish time of the year. So, I mentioned last night that maybe traders are just tired from having a really hard year. I just read an article just today that kind of corroborated what I said last night. Worst year for hedge funds since 2011. In fact, it was so bad that 174 of them have actually shut their doors, returned client money, or completely removed themselves from managing money. And just a horrible year for managing money, just because of the action in the market. Yeah, I know, shed a tear for those wealthy guys that do nothing but press a few buttons, but it just it's just an indication of everything I've been saying for a long time now, that this market, well, when I say a long time, for this year, this has just been one of the worst years I've ever seen in the stock market, just because of its nature. It's worse than a bear market. It's worse than a bull market. I love two-sided actions in markets. That's what we thrive for. But when two-sided action is the largest swings, the most violent market around, hardly anybody can survive that. Long-term investors, you shouldn't be worried about it. It's actually a good thing. You just keep plowing money in at lower prices, because that's the name of your game. Traders, we have to sit and wait for opportunities. All right, let's take a look at crude. I'm not going to look at the Dow. Crude's trying to carve a bottom out. They just hit crude pretty hard here. I don't know if this move is going to sustain itself any higher right now. It's crude's trading in a huge range. We'll call it that 53.60 range all the way down to 50.10. So we'll see if crude can pull it out. What surprises me is how much the VIX, in light of the lousy conditions, the VIX keeps losing value. So VIX is, for those of you new, the VIX is inverse to the market's movements. So you see the VIX dropping like it is. You would expect the stock market to at least move a little higher, but we're just not getting that. We're down 14 in the S&Ps right now after hours. Hit them pretty good. Down 15 and some change. Nasdaq's off 46. Let's see. Some of the stocks that do typically trade independent of everything. Tesla, let's take a look at that. I mean, look at Tesla, just in a world unto itself. McDonald's is the other one. You guys know I've brought McDonald's up numerous times. McDonald's is just a really, right now in this time period, trades a lot different than the stock market. Hey, I mentioned yesterday that I liked URI. Again, look at this stock. These stocks are just dying to break out, but they can't do it. They get a breakout going, and then they just get sold as soon as they open. Activision, we talked about this one a little bit, and it's the same thing. They try to get higher, and then they just get sold off. Netflix, again, no follow through. It opens up, goes a little higher, and then they sell it off. These stocks in this lousy market condition are still trying to get higher. Whenever this market puts the trade war stuff behind it, whenever it puts the interest rates behind it, I keep saying it's gonna rip higher, but I mean, I can only say that so long, where eventually I'm right. I've been dead wrong for about 3 months. I'll say 2 months. We were actually looking. I went back and looked at some of my logs. I was actually looking for a 5 to 10% pullback. Around the September time frame. I mentioned that. I said, hey, we get a 5 to 10% pullback. When we get that, which is what we're expecting, we're going to it's the buy of the. It's the last time we get to buy before we move higher. But boy, was I ever wrong on that one. That was horrible, because we've been in this corrective phase for a very, very long time. We just have to ride it out and see how they finish this month out. Right now, this is just such odd behavior for December. The volatility is unprecedented. The downward pressure unprecedented in December. Just a reaction to the news or rumors of news being released, unprecedented. So, we've just set the stage this year for just a lousy news-related market environment. So, but the thing I keep saying is the market environment always changes. That's the one thing you can count on. And I try not to ever let myself get lulled into a market way, let the market dictate how I should trade. I will continue to put small trades on. I just can't find any really decent opportunity tonight to put a small trade on. Otherwise, we would be doing that. So, but we're going to take a pass on tomorrow. I'm not going to make any recommendations on stocks, just simply because of the lousy price action that I'm looking at right now. So hopefully in the morning we get up, and this thing's will have turned the corner and move higher. I need to see positive price action, and I need to see something stick before we start putting new trades on. I may look at like adding more to my bank stocks. Let me take a look at some of the bank stocks and energy plays, because those are getting just pummeled to death. Yeah, Bank of America, I mean, just they've had one of their longest stretches of losses since 2011. You guys hear me mention 2011. It was a horrible year too, but nothing like this year. Everything is compared to 2011. When it comes to horrible price action, and we're not in a bear market. That's why our 2011 is referenced so much. But let's see if we've got anything else. We do have the Fed coming out. They're coming out with an announcement pretty soon, so I really think they're going to relook their interest rate stance just based on how things are playing out right now. So, and I think that's what the market's starting to factor into, that possibly they're going to ease off on their interest rate hike stance. But we'll see. Guys, I have nothing else. Wish we get some really good price action soon so we can get back in the game. Everybody can start making some good money again. But, can't press it in an environment like this. I mean, there's not anything good on the downside, not even anything good to the upside. We just have to wait and let the market clear itself out. And not sure how long that's going to take. But we'll keep watching every day, keep a vigilant stance, keep powder dry, and we'll just keep ready to pounce. Hey, until let's see, tonight's Thursday, so probably won't send an update out Friday evening unless there's something really unusual that happens. Other than that, we'll send some stuff out over the weekend. So I hope everybody has a good trading day, good weekend, and this is BA signing off.